I'm going to show you my catch kayaks. I've got away from the Hobies because I really like these catch kayaks. This is the Catch 110 HD2, and over here I've got the Catch 130 HD. This one is fully rigged for fishing, and this one is going to be my spare for if somebody wants to go fishing with me. I'll have a spare kayak for them. I'm going to set it up with a fish finder and fish finder, depth finder. It'll have rod holders and the works with it. I just took it out of my rack, so it doesn't have anything on it aside from the brand new pedal drive, which I'll talk about here in a minute. I did notice that when I looked at these, that the cables are on here incorrectly, because the cables should come up around here and then through the hole and then be pinched. And that one's got fray on it. My other kayak did not have this, so I designed my own. So this just can go in either direction. It just goes over the rudder and snaps in here, and I put a loop on it so that I can pull it out. Actually, there's my pattern right there. The dots is the folding part. All right, well, let me start up here in the front. I got navigation lights on here. These are from Walmart. They're about $7 or $8. You press them 3 times and they go solid. So what's nice about this kayak is it's got a handle in the front. I can put the lights up here, and on the back it's got 2 handles. So my all-around lights are I don't got to turn them on, are going to be set back here. So let me turn these off. I had a problem with the pedal drive that the sprocket broke from here. This is not the pedal drive with the broken sprocket. Well, actually this is it, but I replaced the 2 sprockets with Hobie sprockets. I designed and built my own fins. I don't like these fins. I'm going to extend this a little longer and make it hold the fin from way down here. I don't like this little flappy thing down here. To me, I think that's just more surface that could be moving water. But I did this is a DIY setup that I made. I made my own fins and I made my own legs. What's cool about these paddles is I weighted them with a piece of rebar inside here, so they're always facing upwards. So I had a problem with it broken, and then Pelican sent me this section here. So I took my fins and my legs off of that and I put them on here. So now I have a good working all of this is for my Catch 110, but I bought this one afterwards, and being that I fixed these well, actually this is for my 110, but I'm having a problem with these things sticking. They're like, when I go to adjust them, they're sticking out. But being that it's on this old kayak, I don't care. I'll deal with it later. Pelican came through and sent me the part I needed for this. But then I started having problems with this, and they came through again. And man, they took care of me this time. They sent me a complete pedal drive system, which actually made my 2 kayaks complete. And what's funny was that when the package came, it had an extra set of masts in there. I don't know if that's part of the pedal drive system, but it also came with these 2 clips here, which were missing from mine. I'll show you a picture right here, right up here, of how poorly I had hooked them up, just to have some steering. So anyway, it's back over here, and this is my DIY pedal drive system. I haven't tested it out yet, but I will, and I'll do it on the water test. But I am going to remake these. I don't like the way they look. I'll probably either paint this black or make it out of black plastic. So I've got the pedal drive. This is one of my DIY camera holders. I actually have a holder for my phone that just clamps on, so it'll clamp. I just painted that orange. everything on here, the accessories are orange, so every time I fix something or do something, I paint it orange. I have one of these Scotty tracks that came with one of my other kayaks. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep it on here or not, but for now, that's where it's at. I haven't even used this kayak yet. This is a mesh gun holster. It's got my Boca grips and my hook outs in there. Then down here, I have a little tray. It's just a simple little tray down here for hey, what's going on here? Just to put my junk in. Jeez. Of course, it's doing all this to me while I'm recording. I made myself a little hook here for when I want to put my pedal drive up. Put the fins to where they're elevated. Got the great seat. I put this backrest lumbar support thing in here. Haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure that'll be pretty comfortable. Backwater paddle for when you just want to move the kayak around real quick. You'll get a kick out of this. This kayak has an alarm system. It's armed. So these are my warning sounds. Oh, it won't let me do it right now. But if somebody comes over and taps my kayak or messes with my kayak, it'll make that sound. And if I mess with it again, sets off the alarm. It cycles through, I think, 7 alarms, kind of like the cars do. You'll recognize the sounds when you hear them. And it's loud. That's probably why you can barely hear me on this video, but that's what we got for that. And that's the alarm being disabled. I put an anchor point. I'm going to put an anchor trolley on this side. So I put an anchor point in here, and this thing is dead solid. There's a piece of cutting board in here the size of this. Then this is bolted in with nylon locking nuts. Got a extending gaff. Not that that's part of the boat, but I made these little rocket launchers. There's a little hole here so that I can add what do you call it? Safety strap to my rods. What else? So that's an add-on. That's an add-on. My lights are an add-on. I've got a drift sock. My anchor's over here. This is actually part of a snow plow, but hey, it looks like an anchor, so I used it as an anchor. My rudder is set up and done. I already talked about that a minute ago. My net, so it's got a tether going to the whatchamacallit. Then I've got my fish finder. This is a GPS fish finder. Oh, it feels loose. Oh yeah, I'll tighten that later. But this is my transducer arm. So these are all threaded. I'm probably going to shorten these. These are all threaded pipe. So I got it set to where when I lift it up, it actually tightens on this side, and when I put it down, it tightens on this side. And if something bumps it, it'll come up. And if I'm not using it, I can just set it out of the way. I got a off-brand ram mount here that I bought for 50 cents at the Amazon return store. Got my rod holders for when I'm dealing with a fish. I got a place to set my rod. I got one over there too. These are DIY gear holders, whatever. And this is my Catch 130. I got the 110 as a I got the 110 and I liked it, but I thought it was just too small. I thought I was going to sell it. But when I put that sucker, I mean, it's small. It's only 10.5 feet long, but I weigh 220 pounds and defunct Austin canoe kayak. I weigh 220 pounds and this thing holds me good. So yeah, this is what that thing's supposed to look like. Anyway, and somehow or another, this is installed twisted. So I'm gonna have to take that off and fix it. What else? That's it. This one is squirrel or something got in here and tore up my little seat. Actually, you know what, that lumbar thing, I've got another one of those. I'll stick it in here. And so these two kayaks are ready to go. But I've got that one set up as a everything kayak. This is my duck line, stand-up line, whatever line. I mean, I've got this one rigged up and ready to go. And actually this pedal drive, I think what I'm gonna do is cut these off here. And now my Hobie Adventure has a pedal drive. It's got a DIY pedal drive and a DIY, what do you call it? Micro paddle. That thing's 16 feet long. That one's 14 feet long. That one's 13.5 feet long. That one's 17 feet long. That one's 16 feet long. All my kayaks are huge. I got a Trident 13 under here. And that one's 14 feet long. All right, back to my subject here. But these are my catch kayaks, pedal drive kayaks. These I think I'm gonna keep for me. That's what I always say, but I really like that one, and I haven't even tried this one, and I know this one's gonna be amazing once I get it on the water. When I got this, I didn't have the bracket for here, so I had one of these door hanger things. It's one of the door hangers that hangs over the door, and it comes down here and has a hook like for hanging reefs or whatever. See, I didn't have this bracket here. The guy that I got that kayak from didn't have the, he said he had the rudder, but all he has is a rudder and one of these clips. So that was cool that Pelican sent me this thing with two clips. Unless, I don't know if that's, I don't think it's part of the thing, because there was actually paperwork for a rudder system inside the box, but there was no rudder system inside the box. So hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and send me $1.